Rich. Starts off with a relatively soft par 4, 5 really. This beautiful dogleg left par 4. I think it's one of the par 5. 2 good hits, you might be able to get home. Don't talk about the 9th to Phil Mickelson. Never really likes that. I'll look at maybe a tough stretch in the back 9, 13, 14. If you make a couple of pars through there, then you've done well.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor.
Rather nice shot. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
And just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on hole 5.
Par 5 second holes, 540 yards, birdie opportunity, Frank.
Birdie or eagle, but that second shot all the way across water. So you're going to have to hit a good tee shot to go for this par 5 and 2. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. It's headed for the green, making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. This would be nice. 2 straight birdies. So 2 under early on. Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
It can't be that good.
Starting to feel it now. 2 straight birdies and 3 under for the round. Frank, as a commentator, par 4, here we go.
Yeah, some might say risk reward. Just look at that bunker on the left at the front of the green, because that's a great place to miss if you're not going to drive this green. Either that or just over the back right. But a par 4, that's definitely worth taking the head cover off. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
80 yards to the flagstick, Frank. Frank, what's the first thing a professional golfer does when he gets up in the morning?
Put the sunblock on.
You check the weather, right?
Yeah, on a day like today, though, it is absolutely beautiful out there.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
The incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. It bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Slight miss, and they'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. So the short miss, and those are painful. Getting set now over the putt. Now at -2 for the day. Sixth hole here at TPC Boston, always a fan favorite. What do people like about it, Frank?
Well, it's like a goal kicker hole. There's these two big pine trees, and especially when you turn off that back tee. Hit it through that chute, avoid the two bunkers on the right, you're in prime position.
Good contact, good result.
Sure, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, there's a real art to putting a good 72-hole score in the book, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. You know, you can have a flash of brilliance, make 5 or 6 birdies. It can be offset by doubles and quadruple bogeys. And in the end, it's the end. What did you do? The plus and the minuses. And that's why all our biggest championships have, and of recent, been stroke play.
Good-looking shot right here. Not quite where he was aiming, but still enough room to get it up and down. He'll have 17 feet on this putt. Get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Has his par. Seventh hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, a good chance to attack the flag. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Frank, this is an important approach shot because our featured player was really good early, a little bit shaky of late. This is a point in time where you need to get it back.
Yeah, you almost need to stop. Just stand still for a second. Almost just flush it out, because at the moment you're starting to look right and left at the trouble. Let's get back to what worked. Let's start looking where we want the ball to go, where the flag is, and start going there.
Moving a little to the right of the flagstick. And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole is for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Frank looking at the 8, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, is trouble.
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
Good news is, Frank, you can see the golf ball. I guess the bad news is that's kind of an uncertain lie in that mulch.
Yeah, there's nothing really.
Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds. You're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now.
So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
Yeah, good tee shot, though. So see if he can string a couple of good shots together now.
This is a good-looking shot. On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right.
Really? This is an awkward length. You'd like that one again?
Well, once you hit double the par, it's time to just pick up and move on. Hole number 9, Frank, 472 yards. Good par 4.
Yeah, if you blink, it'll catch you. Nice.
Looks good.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the ninth?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
In the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Such a beautiful time of year to play the game. The leaves are turning here in New England. It's a cool, crisp afternoon at the TPC Boston. And now we've made the turn. Frank headed to the back 9.
A nice par 4 to start. No fairway bunkers to worry about. Hazard left and right. And a green that shapes about 45 degrees to the left.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Par for McIlroy. Just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Frank.
And making that second shot just absolutely horrible. This is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
From the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Drops it, and he's at even par. Frank, the 12th looks to be a pretty straightforward par 4.
Just bends to the left. There's a big sort of crop of mounds on that right side. If you can just go a little left of those, you get a nice kick forward.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball.
It's over the green.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Just 5 feet left. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping.
Even par currently.
So Frank, that's a bogey. And I can't help but think the double bogey he made earlier just flat out took the wind right out of his sails.
Yeah, he still hasn't recovered from that, Rich. You can see that in the demeanor, and it's still shaky.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Now the game's #1 player, Rory McILROY, ready with his approach.
Straight at it.
That's a really good line. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Settles in over the putt. Here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none. Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
There is fairway out there. There is.
He can't find it, though. Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit. This is not heading in the right direction.
You know, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Still playing even for the day after the par. Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between.
Frank, this one is right and is wrong.
Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Yeah, about 145 yards left here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems. Another good swing, another good approach shot.
Needs this for par. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Here we are at the 16th now, looking at just over 160 yards.
You can sense the fear, can't you?
Still some work to do here at the par 3, Frank.
Yeah, you'd think there with the size of that green, the screen would be an easy one to hit, but that's irrelevant now. Let's see if he can get it up and down. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 5th hole seems to have knocked him off course just a bit. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, this one is veering far to the left. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
All right, now another shot from the rough.
Yeah, this time better be better than the one we just saw.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole from that spot.
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
Excellent looking shot here. Good contact, good result. Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
Frank, anything you do differently from the rough in terms of your swing? You hinge the club a little bit more quickly?
No, normally put the ball just a little bit further back in your stance because you want the club to be going down. Down, it's got to go down through the grass, through the ball.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Well, that about wraps it up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Really enjoyed it, Frank.
Yeah, it's been a good day out here. Once again, we've seen the golf course give more than it takes.
For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.